Mary?
I don't actually know if this is about the bathroom thing or not, so let's see, but I know it's about trans bullshit. What we have here is Emma rips Piers to shreds. It's always a good sign when the channel itself is claiming victory. You know what I mean? No one ever does that. Amazing. The Majority Report with Sam Cedar. Brilliant. Let's see.
So I was on Piers Morgan's show yesterday with a bunch of folks, and again, I feel...
I think this is Matt Binder. I've never heard him say anything of value ever. I don't know who this person is.
A little bit badly that I didn't give that young liberal guy, Luke, last name.
Luke Beasley,
more time to talk, but I just was kind of laser focused on trying
I used to know a guy called Luke Beasley.
to cut through the noise with Piers Morgan here, because I had to listen to him have this interview about how much he agrees with Glenn Beck on how the left has gone too far prior to this. And it got me fired up, especially because of the implication of what his whole coverage of trans people really is, which is that they're inherently sexual predators, and you have to worry about a trans person.
Who's saying this? Just like name anyone. Just put anything up showing that like people in power are saying this kind of thing
In your bathroom because they will likely rape you. I mean, that is the implication of the framing of this conversation.
Oh, it's the implication. So once again, we're just sticking our fingers in our ears whenever someone else says something and then making it up for them. How nice. Journalist, by the way. Don't know how much she earns. I'm going to guess it's a decent amount.
So we'll start here. This is probably the testiest exchange that Piers Morgan and I had.
I find it pretty disgusting that she is basically...
Oh, we're getting these out of context, by the way. Nice.
Sorry, pause it.
This trans law...
This is about Nancy Mace.
That she is basically implying that this trans law...
This is
She's talking over herself. Oh my God.
about Nancy Mace, who had talked about the fact that she was...
Oh, it was Destiny. I feel like Destiny wouldn't go on fucking Emma Vigeland, but hell, hey, who knows? I think this guy's name is Matt Binder. I know almost nothing about him, but I don't care about him, so.
the victim of rape with...
Having to give context rather than showing it. Yes, yes, yes. True. Very true. Very true. Manipulative as fuck.
in the context of why she was trying to ban the Representative McBride, who is the first openly trans lawmaker in Congress, from...
I don't know why she wants the previous statement played, but this has accidentally become an amazing, like, display of how these people, like, twist things, even when it's things they were recorded fucking saying. Destiny is an example of why the DEA shouldn't raise the amphetamine limits. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell whether he's, like, better than ever or, like, more insane than ever and in a bad way. It's kind of going both ways simultaneously.
Using the women's restroom.
A southern white woman using her supposed concern about rape to whip up a basic lynch mob. Okay.
Wait, is that what they're saying the context is? And, like, how many people do you fucking need? Oh, the Destiny Trump stuff. Maybe I shouldn't talk about my feelings on that anymore. I kind of agreed with him in a way. But he went far, you know. He went a bit crazy, you know. This woman is absolutely insufferable. Gish galloped her way through the entire panel with zero self-awareness. Well, I mean, if she was just kind of talking and not listening, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Her supposed concern about rape to whip up a...
is the first openly trans lawmaker in Congress from using the women's restroom.
A southern white woman using her...
Piers Morgan and
applying this trans law.
This is about Nancy Mace.
Do I talk about anything besides trans issues? Not often, to be honest with you. I don't know. If people want my opinion on something, they can ask. I think if someone wants me to talk about something specific, the best way is like Discord. Otherwise, mostly I default to this kind of stuff because honestly, I feel strongly about this stuff because of how much dishonesty there is around trans issues. I mean, I take interest in other stuff sometimes. I dabble in like politics. I'm not the most knowledgeable person. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the full kind of statement as to what this missing context is, because it feels really dodgy, but I need to make sure I'm not misrepresenting, you know what I mean? Because it could be innocent. I'm eternally optimistic.
That she is basically implying that this trans law.
This is about Nancy Mace, who had talked about the fact that she was a victim of rape within the context of why she was trying to ban the Representative McBride, who is the first openly trans lawmaker in Congress.
Like, I don't know that I'm going to disagree based on that, because I do find invoking trauma can be a bit dodgy.
From using the women's restroom.
A southern white woman using her...
Oh, and then some dickhead on way too many SSRIs that isn't even shown on screen is going to help her out, I guess, by throwing out the buzzwords. Amazing.
Supposed concern about rape to whip up a basic lynch mob. Okay.
Which TERFs do all the time.
Yeah.
There it is. She actually was doing okay. She actually was doing okay. And then she fucked it up.
Here about Nancy Mace, who loves a camera in her face and loves attention wherever she can get it.
Oop, sounds very good faith already.
You know, I find it pretty disgusting that she is basically implying that this trans lawmaker, just by being in her presence in the bathroom, may rape her.
That's not what she's talking about. Do you know anything about trauma? So, like, it's getting, like, flashbacks. It's... oh, man. You'd think the leftists, they'd understand this shit, because all these trans people have, like, every kind of trauma ever, including me. But no, she doesn't know fucking anything about this, or she's... The thing is, I'd need an example of, like, someone she likes using trauma as a talking point to tell whether she's consistent on this or not, but she's just wrong here. It's not that she thinks it'll happen again. It's not that any traumatized person is scared of it happening again when it comes to the bathroom shit and trans people. It's about, like, re-experiencing the trauma, which could be as simple as being in an enclosed space and hearing, like, a male voice or something. But hey, why would we try and understand the other side, right? Why would we be honest and represent them correctly, you know?
I do choose to speak up for women's rights. I believe that I do so on my program, The Majority Report, regularly. And I'm disgusted that Nancy Mace has decided essentially...
How can you say that when you say the word TERFs and generalize them like that?
To support Donald Trump wholeheartedly, who has been found liable of sexual abuse in court, and multiple of his cabinet appointments, picks, including Pete Hegseth and Matt Gaetz, have been credibly accused of...
Didn't Gaetz drop out?
...sexual assault themselves.
Listen, I get a point here. I don't like Trump very much, but, like, I don't know. He's in now, isn't he? Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
So apparently it's triggering for her because someone's
genitalia
may be slightly different
all
in the
of them,
stall next
when you say credibly accused,
but it doesn't matter to her that Trump has been found liable of sexual assault in court. Piers, has Trump been found?
Yeah, there's another huge problem with this, which we saw earlier with Zoe Zephyr. So she'll say all this and he'll question it. But then when it comes to someone like Iman Khalif, people like this will swear down she is a woman. And other people... So, like, we literally live in, like, the era of partisan facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's... And somehow people don't realize what they're doing. Somehow people don't realize that they kick themselves in the fucking crotch by believing the partisan shit instead of believing what's real at the time. Because, I don't know what she said about Iman Khalif, but, like, that's the problem. You've got alternative facts now. Even if to you, the sexual assault and the other shit with Trump, that's facts. It's like, well, there's plenty of other things. You call trans women women when they're male to plenty of other people. That erases your credibility completely. So, like, being partisan like this is just not helpful, it turns out.
found liable of sexual assault in court with
Trump was
Carroll.
found guilty in a civil action. He denied it, as you know.
Found
and in
liable,
case of
exactly.
and the case of Gates and Pete Hesketh,
so the preponderance of evidence went in her direction.
Talking.
She's been
jump in real
Why did he invite a woman if he wants her to stop talking? That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
All right.
Because what's great here, what Piers wants to say is they've denied it.
Yeah.
But Piers, Emma said credibly.
Oh my God, they're like continuing to like litigate the debate afterwards. She ripped him to shreds, did she? Nah. You feel like you got a bit fucking mogged. And now you're trying to make yourself feel better by surrounding yourself with yes men. Two of whom haven't even spoken and they're the ones on camera. God knows how the fuck that works. You've got Senor SSRI cadence fucking massaging your ego. This is so like insecure. It's so this is the same shit that the fucking queer gossip we're doing is so fucking funny. Like, I never want to be there, like, after a debate, like, trying to relitigate it. Well, no, actually, it was this point, and actually they weren't getting it, and like, actually I'm right because I was saying this. It's like, it's over. It's done. Emma looks desperate as fuck. Yep. That seems to be what they're doing. Like, I haven't seen the actual debate. Maybe that'll be a follow-up Monday or something, but like, they're like coping so fucking hard.
Accused. So you, with your fucking suit jacket, have to say, I don't think that's credible. He doesn't want to say that. All he wants to do is lean on, you shut up, let me say that they've denied it.
And even
What? Okay.
if the allegations, say in theory, were proven to be false.
Oh, Sam Cedar's not here. He's been replaced by budget Sam Cedar, I guess.
It still would make more sense for Nancy Mace to be more afraid of people who had been accused of rape and sexual assault
Well, you don't understand her position, so none of this matters.
than somebody who is just a trans woman using the
There's nothing to watch. It's just a bunch of people talking over each other. I don't know. I used to watch those fucking Dylan Burns panels. I used to watch the Prime Kai's panels. All that was, people would scream over each other until someone manages to get, usually fucking Destiny, because he was the one appearing on these panels and the only reason that anyone ever watched them. And then as soon as he finishes, like 12 people all jump in at once and the host like, stop. And then like another bunch of people fucking, it was great shit. It was great. I miss it in a way, but hey.
the restroom.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah, that beard is like disgusting. That's ratty. Like if he was 15 years old, like maybe. Actually, I say that, like, I don't think many white people grow beards like that at 15, but.
concerned about abortion, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, Piers Morgan is trying to turn it into a he said, she said incident, as though like there is not a congressional like committee looking into the allegations against Matt Gaetz.
And clear pattern with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went in her direction.
Talking.
And she's been,
Oh my God, he's so cute when he's angry.
he has been accused.
He's so cute when he's angry. She's just like talking over him the whole time. Like, can you not possibly... If I skinned my cat and wore her around my neck, I'd have a nicer beard than that. Yeah, probably.
Used by
Let me
dozens of
finish.
women. There you go.
Listen, if I like sheared my guinea pig, I could get a fucking great beard.
Are you finished?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
When we have a debate,
There you go.
Yeah, like, the thing is, no one was listening to most of what you said because he tried to jump in. You wouldn't let him, and he's still too busy talking over you. So he didn't even hear anything you said after a certain point. So what's the point in like trying to force your point down? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
customary for the host leads it, and you respond to questions, okay? If I may be so bold. The point is that Hesketh and Gates have categorically denied any...
She's like shaking her head and stuff. She looks so annoyed.
wrongdoing, and none has been proven
This is big mad. This is fucking big mad.
against them. In Trump's case, it was a civil action, as you know, not a criminal action. The criminal case against him was shuffling paperwork over an alleged one-night stand with a porn star. So it's not quite how you categorized it. Deborah Lee, let me bring you in here.
Has this trans lawmaker been accused of rape? Has this trans lawmaker
No, but actually...
Is that what Nancy Mace is even saying? Who's saying that this trans lawmaker is a rapist? Is that why they want to ban her from male bathrooms? I don't think it is. So why are you talking about this?
If you are a congresswoman, if you're a congresswoman who survived sexual assault, you should be entitled to feel safe in the restroom.
The presence of a trans.
He's even trying to like explain it to her. It's not about the presence of a trans woman. The problem is you can't empathize with a certain side.
Woman in the bathroom. Oh gosh, God.
And she doesn't know anything about trauma either.
You know, I'm in here in New York.
You know what? Sorry, I'm pausing so much. I understand. Like, I need to hear her talk to someone else about trauma and see what she does when it's someone on her side that's traumatized. You know what I mean? I think seeing the consistency or lack thereof is very interesting and illuminating. Being accused doesn't make you guilty. That is true.
There are a lot of multi-gender.
I'll be honest. I think he probably did do at least some of it, but I don't know that, of course.
Bathrooms, and I've gone to the bathroom next to a man. Oh my goodness, it was so.
It's just making a twat out of herself. Rips Piers to shreds. This is how fucking Majority Report pretends to be a fucking legit outlet. This is how Majority Report pretends to be journalists.
Fearful. What was
I would actually be quite fearful if I found you lurking next to me in a men's restroom. I'd feel fearful. Deborah Lee, bring you in here. I just think
that is.
No, keep going. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love that in. Okay, great. Apparently, I edit my videos more than a fucking 1.61 million subscriber channel. Amazing.
Fearful. Deborah Lee, let me bring you in here. I just think
that is a ridiculous.
Someone else. Let's talk, and then she fucking starts again. I know I've said this before, but I can't stand this rape survivor language. The thing is, trauma fucking follows you around. It can take a long time to, like, recover from it. Like, yeah, everyone survives rape, I guess. Like, we're mostly just quibbling over the word, though, right?
Accusation, Piers.
I didn't make an accusation. It was a statement of fact. I would feel fearful.
You would feel uncomfortable? Why would you feel
I mean, not everyone actually survives rape, to be fair. I'm sure there's been people that have been raped to death, and it's very much possible to do that, so.
Lurking around me in a men's urinal? Damn right I'd feel uncomfortable.
Lurking? Who's lurking?
Well, what else would you be doing
Is
there?
this lawmaker lurking?
What else would you be doing there?
Going to the restroom.
He's a coward.
I don't want you going in my restroom.
restroom.
Stick it in your own restroom. For my safety, never mind yours.
Okay, but would a man be lurking? Would a biological man, is he lurking next to you?
That's the whole point.
Why is there something inherently perverted about going to the bathroom? You right-wingers, and yes, I'm including you in this with this classical liberal BS, are so bad faith. It's incredible.
Oh, wow. We just go straight to the fucking debate bro shit. Like, amazing. Yeah, you really ripped him to shreds, Emma, you fucking delusional person.
You are linking sexual abuse and sexual assault to trans people inherently.
Well, trans women, because trans women are male. Trans women also, they sexually assault at rates comparable to men rather than women.
And that is a bigoted statement.
I want trans people to have, I want them to have fairness and equality like the rest of us, just not where it erodes women's rights. But Deborah Lee, you've been listening to this page.
Yeah, she doesn't understand this at all. She's just taking the piss out of it. She doesn't know how to deal with this kind of shit. She just starts being like, oh, well, you're bad faith. Like, amazing. Is this a fucking YouTube panel? Is this fucking Vorsh versus whatever shitter that's just as dumb as he is?
But separate but equal.
Emma,
Separate but equal.
We're four people on the panel.
I would like to respond.
No, good for you.
She's like, oh, and he's like, good for you. They listen to this and they think this is cool. They think that she did something good here. This is delusional.
Emma, who cares? I don't care what liberals have to say. Like, Piers Morgan, British people are so cute. Like, he's so dramatic. He's like a Hugh Grant.
One British person is Piers Morgan. British people are so something.
Grant character in like a movie, like feigning being frustrated.
Is this like racist, do you think? Are we stereotyping British people here? Because I'm not going to stereotype any like Americans, black people, whatever. I probably have stereotyped Americans, but fuck it.
Americans don't have that. Alex Jones.
Sam, wasn't there a post-op woman mentioned in that Magdalene Burns video? I haven't looked into it, to be fair. But then the thing is, pre-op rape more and post-op rape less, then doesn't that like even out? You can tell this chick is trying to impress the black dude. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know who these people are. Yeah, Matt Binder, Brandon Sutton, Matt Lack. Is that the guy talking off camera? Matt Lack? I have no idea. I have no idea. 37.8k, 244, 12k, pretty good. 465, 723, okay numbers, I guess. I'm assuming that's that person. I don't care that much.
Would do something like way less interesting there.
Right.
But, I mean, it's very simply like, oh.
Well, yeah, but we're not comparing male and female rape rates. Wait, how do they even out? What are you talking about? And yeah, underreporting is a problem. Listen, like, the kind of shit that I've dealt with was all like underreported. So I'm not unreported, sorry. So I'm not part of any statistic for anything.
A white woman using white femininity to prop up the patriarchy by throwing other marginalized white women using there.
Right.
But, I mean, it's very simply like a white woman using white femininity to prop up the patriarchy by
this guy's racist.
Throwing other marginalized groups under the bus because
yeah, this guy's racist as fuck.
Nancy Grace likes attention within like the Republican Party.
What? You're just calling her a pick-me. You're racist and misogynist. Great, amazing.
That's why she's
Nancy
heading
Mace,
up
but Nancy Grace is also
every time. I hate that so much. I hate their names. But yeah, she is very addicted to the spotlight, and there's a long.
Has he ever like met her? Has he ever had a conversation with her? I bet not.
Long genealogy of these kinds of things in American society that we don't fully acknowledge. And, I've mentioned it before, but a lot.
Oh, well, someone did something vaguely comparable in history, so I guess it's fine to call her every name under the sun. Amazing. You're racist and you're sexist.
A lot of that has to do with the ways in which, ironically, women, including white women, were raised from history. So you don't learn about like women.
Oh my God. Fuck's sake. He literally, I didn't even mean to do that.
Slave owners. You don't learn about the suffragette movement in any comprehensive way. So it's easy for white women.
Oh, here's the other guy. He's appeared. Oh, fuck. That's something else. You know what? You can see him behind my thing. I don't care.
Women to reimagine themselves as being on the right side of historical like injustices, when a lot of times they were,
there is no fucking right side. You find out the right side afterwards. You're arrogant as fuck to claim that you're on the right side of history.
Evenly split or worse in the side of the white patriarchy, because their position there was one that justified colonization and oppression of people of color all around the world. It's, it's a very simple story that people haven't heard enough of, but Piers Morgan is hilarious. I love his little accent.
He was very.
What did any of that mean?
Very upset, yeah.
Carolyn Bryant Donham, the white woman who accused Emmett Till of making improper advances to...
Oh, Emmett Till. What has Emmett Till got to do with Sarah McBride or Piers Morgan?
Her in 1955 died last year.
Like, I don't know about anyone else. If I was like the black person here, constantly hearing like references to people like Emmett Till and like black civil rights movements, I'd be losing my shit hearing these fucking privileged fucking people that are told they can only use certain bathrooms. Well, not that person herself, but other people like compare her. You know what I mean? It must be so annoying.
Mace is just that lineage.
Yeah.
And Piers Morgan, for his part, I don't see people mention this.
Yeah, I don't think it's established as a fact that post-op transsexuals have never offended. But yeah, and most trans women don't get that. That's also a factor. Oh, I'm getting quite tired, but I need to finish this one at least.
Was head of the Daily Mirror during the phone hacking scandal. He said that, which was basically journalism.
Oh, what's the word? Poisoning the well. Well, he did this whenever, so we can impugn his character, and even though it's completely unrelated, just write him off. We don't have to care about him anymore. Mission complete. Just because all this is about fucking slandering people. It's about discrediting people. And it doesn't have to make any sense. The discredit itself doesn't have to mean anything. Here's Suze over this stuff. I hope he does. Fucking hell. I'd love to see the fucking Majority Report get fucking burned alive. She rips him to shred. Like, it's delusional. This is why like, I don't do a huge amount of like debates and stuff. I don't know if it's honestly going to be that big a part of my content, but like, I would never like declare victory unless it's something like watching the queer gossip like mouthed about it a month later. You know what I mean? It's a huge self-report to make these comparisons to the civil rights movement. Yes, true. Very much true. Like, trans rights isn't even really a civil rights movement.
Journalists found a way that you could dial into people's phone numbers and just hear all their messages, and they were doing it for years and years. Piers Morgan said that he never knew anything about all that and wouldn't have ordered it if he did. That is a lie. That is something that recently, like even last year.
Yeah, if they weren't mad about the way this debate went, why are they doing this? Like, this is cope. This is the biggest cope I've ever seen in my life. And like hundreds of thousands of people have watched this. 10K likes watching these people fucking mouthed over a fucking embarrassing fucking debate performance. I despise Emma. She's everything I hate about lefties in the human form. Fair enough. Hi, Gypsy Lee 333. I hope you're good.
There's been judgments that have said, actually, he's probably lying about that. But of course, like even if he was telling the truth, you're telling me your journalists are getting all these scoops about this stuff, and you're not aware of where the source is. He is.
Wait, does he even know it's a lie then?
Liar. Liar.
Oh yeah, and honestly, you know,
He didn't prove that though. Jesus Christ, maybe fucking Piers Morgan should sue these people.
Part of why it was like, okay, I'm just gonna go hard back is he likes the drama, and that's mostly what he does these segments for. But
oh, so there's a reason why you were making a fucking twat out of yourself. Oh, okay. When was this? This video is from November 22nd, yesterday.
if you're gonna do drama, I'm gonna get out my substantive points. Like later on, I tried to talk about Trump's threats.
Do drama. That's their way of coping with the fact that when Piers brings up an actual point about some women being uncomfortable, she just like takes the piss out of him and like talks shit. That's her way of coping it. Well, he wants to do drama, so I just do drama. Like, nah. Your audience might be stupid enough to allow this over their heads, but I'm definitely not. I'm sorry. It's not going to work on me.
To the administrative state, and then he cut me off and follows up with a question about P. Diddy for the other guests. It's so clear.
Oh, he cut me off. Oh no. I wouldn't stop talking, so he cut me off.
Clear how they want to get off the substantive stuff, and he was doing the whole thing that entire time of, I'm a liberal, but the left left me. It is incredible.
I'm the same. I'm a liberal too, and the left definitely fucking left me. It's a thing. You can continue to just let these people fucking go, even though they've got so much stuff still in common with you potentially. It's much easier to do that than try and actually understand why, because that would involve realizing that you're doing like some wrong shit yourself. And that's what this really serves. It's to pump up her own ego again, because I'm guessing she actually didn't feel great after this whole thing because it was a shit show. Oh wait, hang on. Is there no fucking clips? Is there no more clips? Is it just them talking about it? Is it no more clips? Is there no more clips? Holy shit. Fuck me. The fucking queer gossip played more shit than these people are.
Incredible that he is trying this shtick. It is so worn thin at this point, but like conservatives love it.
Yep, you know how his brain works. Well done, Emma. You know how conservatives' brains work too. Well done, Emma.
It gives them everything that they want, and it fulfills their worldview, and that's basically what it's there for. And what I was trying to do was break through that. But I found it notable that he accused me essentially, and he walked it back when I called him out on it, but basically of being a predator, or saying that he would get a bad vibe if I was in the restroom next to him, and that he wouldn't feel safe.
Okay, we're all talking about vaginoplasties for some reason. Mine went fine. It doesn't really look different to a vagina, or if it does, then my partner's lying to me, which is possible, to be fair. But I've seen a fair few, and I've seen my own. Vaginoplasties aren't as bad as phalloplasties generally. Like, phalloplasties are the really bad ones. They don't have to take parts of your arm for like vaginoplasty. They're at least working with the same area. They're not adding stuff. They're rejigging stuff. But at the same time, like, bad shit can happen. I mean, I've watched Richie Herron interviews and shit on stream, I'm not going to say that it's a perfect science. But I think phalloplasties are worse, you know? Yeah, Sam hasn't seen a real one, but I have. Trust me.
Why was that Tim Pool's go-to as well? Like,
I might be lucky, true. He's rearranging. Most fuck-ups come on with a lack of aftercare. Yeah, I mean, I know. I did what they told me to do as best as I could. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know anyone who's had complications. It's mostly been stuff that I've learned about like years later. Because my vaginoplasty was done in 2017. So. And the phalloplasty is way worse. Like, there's a reason almost no one gets them. Fuck me.
I don't understand how they're... I mean, I guess if...
She's trying to formulate something in her head. Like, what is this? You need a teleprompter, mate. Don't go live without one. You can't do it.
And that he wouldn't feel safe. Why was that Tim Pool's go-to as well? Like, I don't understand how they're... I mean, I guess if I make them upset, that's their go-to to essentially...
Or if I make them upset, she is delusional. That's okay. I want to talk about my body. That's why I'm doing it.
Call me or insinuate that I'm
trans. I'm supposed to TMI at every opportunity. Don't you understand that, tooling around? I'm beginning to have second thoughts about you, to be honest. That's a joke.
Sexual predator in some way. Make fun of my thin lips or something. I don't know. Like,
well, I don't think Piers Morgan can make fun of your thin lips with how thin Piers Morgan's lips are. It's just like someone like...
They're not that thin. Yeah.
God, he needs like no excuse. Fucking hell. Who is this guy? He's a bit of a dick. Is this Brandon Sutton or is it Matt Lack? Whichever one. He seems like a dick.
The kind of slit in like what is a white paper, but I'm sure he'll have you back on because he just loves drama. Piers Morgan, despite being conservative, is mostly just like a drama queen on like his little show. He just wants to have the most exciting, most
wow, this amazing analysis. Listen to this guy. Wow,
flamboyant show possible. But yeah, I mean, you were
like, yeah, there's blood sports and there's drama, but like, how are you helping when you like scream over everyone? Not scream over everyone, but certainly like talk over everyone. And like the way she was reacting to some of the stuff he was saying, like making fun of it, making all these faces, like you can't pretend you're not part of that bullshit. You know what I mean? In fact, she almost is using it to be like, oh, well, I was just playing up for the camera as well. It's like, no, you don't have any good arguments. You just, that's just what you have to do to defend your shitty performance. And then call a video, rips Piers to shreds. Because politics is about being delusional about how amazing you are nowadays, I guess.
Preying on him right there. You were predating on him right there. So I'm sure he was intimidated.
But that's like, it.
Really, bro? Really? Jesus Christ, just fuck her already at this point. Fucking hell, this is like simpering. Oh, you had snow. Aren't you in like Denmark? I bet you probably get way more snow. We had some snow yesterday, but it didn't stick. To be fair, where I am, it almost never snows. And when it does, it almost never sticks. We had one random March when I lived here, where we had a couple of days of snow. I got stuck on a bus for like 3 hours. Yeah, he is third wheeling hard.
That's what it is they know that this conversation needs some...
Didn't he almost speak then? Holy shit, he got cucked.
But yeah, I mean, you were preying on him right there. You were predating on him right there. So I'm sure he was intimidated.
But that's like, it. That's what it is.
Yeah, he was about to speak, but the other guy got there first. Oh, I think that's definitely Matt Binder. Poor Matt. Poor Matt.
They know that this conversation needs somebody to be hysterically alarmed and afraid. And if it's
who are they talking about?
Not going to be you, Emma.
You didn't get any. Holy shit.
They have to take it up themselves because otherwise, why the fuck are they talking about?
That's actually crazy. Where I live, honestly, it almost never snows.
Right. I laughed at it, essentially. And that
yeah, because you can't engage properly. And your defense is, well, I was just joining in with the drama. Like, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. You said nothing. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to probably. And if that was the best clip, if that was the best you could find, what's the rest of it sounding like? That's what they're willing to play on their video. that their fans are probably going to watch rather than the actual VOD.
I think is what bothered him, because it is silly. It's a silly, silly hysteria.
He never addressed what you said about you go to the bathroom with men. Are you saying men can't be preying or being predatory in the men's room? And he didn't answer that, because that would then require him to admit that, it really doesn't matter.
This isn't the point that he thinks it is. They're not. When it comes to the Nancy Mace stuff, it isn't even really about someone actually sexually assaulting her. It's way more about trauma. Of course, none of these idiots understand trauma, but, you know.
No matter what your gender or sexual orientation or anything is, when it comes to someone doing something bad in the restroom, that has nothing to do with it. There are criminals of all shapes, sizes, colors, backgrounds, orientations, and they just can't. If they admit to that, then there's no one to focus on as the scapegoat.
Right.
Yeah, way to miss the point. Amazing. He was bad when he was silent.
So, I mean, like, people and conservatives understand it.
This is amazing. They're just like talking about this whilst just having no idea what the actual argument on the other side is. It's like, I just can't. It's bizarre. These people are delusional.
But maybe liberals who are co-signing this, insofar as there are any liberals who are co-signing this and not just like conservative pundits masquerading as like principled liberals on.
Yeah. A neo-vagina is not the same as a vagina. Definitely not. You have to keep it open. It doesn't lubricate generally. I think some of them can, but it depends on the surgery. It is just kind of a little pocket, if anything.
Line is that the trans rights issue is a wedge that the far right is using to drive to, start attacking other marginalized groups, because it is like a vector into so many.
Just going round and round. Well, then why can't the trans femmes use the men's bathroom by argument? I don't know, because completing the square or completing the circle or whatever is not a thing that these people like doing, because they're dishonest hack journalists.
Different groups in like control over their bodies. Women, because you have to be able to determine some way that a woman is a quote unquote real woman, either by like inspecting their genitals or doing blood tests. LGBTQ people, because they're trying to drive a wedge in that coalition. And then also black women and black people, because a big target for all the transvestigation stuff are women of color, not just specifically African-American women like Michelle Obama, but obviously Imane Khalif.
We got one. Let's see. Is Iman Khalif a woman? Let's see. Because I made this comparison earlier. I didn't realize it would come up.
And when liberals co-sign stuff like this,
they're probably not going to keep going on about it, but it wasn't really transvestigation. She turned out to have a DSD. She turned out to be male. It's not transvestigation. You're being extremely dishonest. And that's the worry. Like, how are they supposed to like regulate like these sports if every time they get someone who's male that's trying to pass himself off as female, you've got these fucking idiots like crying transvestigation? Like, you're just making it fucking worse.
They don't fully understand that it's not going to stop where they think it should stop. They have that same problem that, the women working at the Fox News organization have, and the ones working in the Trump administration have, where they just imagine that they're going to be on the side of the victimizers and not the side of the victimized when they construct these like new alliances.
More reframing. Do they ever actually talk about anything interesting?
Yeah. Lurking in a bathroom is...
And everyone's just like, yeah. Because, like, there's never any argument between these people. So one talks and the rest are just like, yeah. yeah. And then another one starts fucking rambling on about marginalized people getting further and further and further and further away from the point. Because that is the whole point. It's to not discuss the point. It's to discuss everything else but the point. And to pump up this woman's ego because, well, at least one of these people is definitely interested. Let's be real.
is already a offense, regardless of what your genitals are up to. I'd also point out Nancy Mace knows that she needs to convey herself as some sort of feminist because she's a hypocrite. This is an article from Guardian last year. Republican Congresswoman accused of hypocrisy for anti-abortion vote. Nancy Mace calls measure to block reimbursement of travel costs for military seeking procedure asshole move, then votes for it. And so this is she needs to have some kind of thing, because her whole thing was like, I'm the Republican that can be sensible on abortion. She cannot, so now she needs to do some other shit.
The sum total of how he what's the word I'm looking for? The sum total for how he like justified that point was the fucking headline. We didn't even get to read it. This is from, is it The Guardian? I'm not sure. Potential biased media outlet. God, it's so easy. I could do this job. Like, this would be a piece of fucking cake. Oh, hi, Sky. I'm doing okay. I'm quite tired. I'm probably stopping soon. At the moment, we're watching this bullshit.
A Republican that can be sensible on abortion. She cannot, so now she needs to do some other shit.
She also led the alien.
Sensible on abortion, aka, why can't they just agree with me? Why don't they just think the way I do? I'm right about everything and they're wrong. Journalism.
Hearings last week, which I watched on my stream yesterday. I forgot that they happened. And she's also really into aliens. She should focus on that instead of this. Like, that
I know, but isn't
that
that a tell for the alien discourse? Like, I've been trying to talk to people about this
Listen, we've all had a gay man telling us what women's bodies are like. Don't worry about it. It's not a unique experience to anyone that watches my shit.
Real life who isn't in the news space, and like, yeah, shouldn't it tip you off that this isn't that legit? Like, Nancy Mace is leading these hearings, and you're not going to voluntarily get this information about aliens from a congressional hearing. I know they're calling them to testify, but a lot of this
trust the United States government and the Pentagon to tell me the truth of what's going on this stuff.
Right. A lot of this feels like, oh, look, the doing the dance of transparency without really doing transparency on like the substantive things.
100% for attention. Like, having watched this committee, I would have thought that, it's just for like ostensibly for attention. But I hadn't.
It's just for attention. Amazing.
Realize that a lot of our Congress people actually seem to believe in aliens, which totally makes sense. A lot of people believe in aliens, and there are so many of people in Congress that statistically makes sense that a lot of our Congress people actually seem to believe in aliens.
I mean, aliens probably exist. The fucking universe is very big. The chance that there aren't any other planets that are able to sustain life, the fact that this is the chance that this is the only one seems quite small. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Coco Witch. Like, even these people, they say these like dumb takes, and then they have to like go back on them. Like, he's gonna have to like, because he can't unsay it now. He can't unsay it, can he? Oh my god! Like, what is the bar to be able to be a Majority Report journalist? Like, what's the bar? What's the qualification? It's fucking nuts.
Makes sense. A lot of people believe in aliens, and there are so many of.
Like, is this really what fucking Sam Cedar wants on his shit now? It's embarrassing. This is sad. This is very, very sad.
Of Congress, people in Congress, that statistically some of them must believe in aliens, but I think those types of group people overlap. Like, people who really like attention tend to be people who fall into conspiracy theories, and so it's very likely that someone like Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert actually believe in aliens because they've made themselves believe in that kind of stuff for the attention that it might garner them in public.
Oh, they believe in aliens for attention. There we go. There are people out there that believe in aliens for attention, according to this man. Amazing. I think the bar for being an MR reporter is being able to deal with being around Sam Cedar. Fair enough. I'm not a fan. I have to say, I'm not a fan.
Well, they get attention on Rogan. That's part of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, like, Cenk is kind of crazy in his own right, but I like him more than fucking Sam Cedar.
Right? The Rogan sphere.
Right. Well, I mean,
now we're bringing up like Joe Rogan. Let's shit on as many people we don't like as possible. Listen, Emma, I'm so sorry that Joe Rogan is so much more successful than you are and is actually able to hold conversations.
It's clear that she is one of those individuals who will go with wherever the wind is blowing, and that she fully does whatever she needs to do for attention because she thinks it'll further her career ambitions. I mean, there was a story not too long ago that came out about how on January 6th, she had floated the idea to her aides that that Nancy Mace,
AIDS, watch out for that,
was telling them she needed to get into the mob, like into the crowd, so they could assault her, so then she could go out and use that for a media appearance. On January 6th, she had floated the idea to her aides that Nancy Mace was telling them she needed to get into the mob, like into the crowd.
Is this like substantiated anywhere?
So they could assault her, so then she could go out and use that for media appearances to garner attention. She wanted to put herself on the line on January 6th and like stand up against the pro-Trump mob in order.
Oh, has she been like filmed saying this kind of stuff? Can't see anything. Can't see. Oh, Immaculate Constellation. That's something else. That's what you were talking about. That's something else, though. If I look into that, it'll have to be another time because I'm getting quite tired.
In hopes of getting like socked in the face so she could get TV hits out of it. I mean, it's very clear that if it's something substantive, she's not going to care about it or be on it because that's.
Yeah, I couldn't see a substantiation for this offhand. It's possible. I don't know, politicians are cringe. That's what that shit is.
Not going to get the attention. If it's something provocative, that's where you'll find Nancy Mace.
Hey, after pouring.
Wow, amazing. Anyway. Anyway, there we go. Majority report. Emma Vigeland is fucking DELULU, and so is everyone else on the show. That's what I think of that. Congressional hearing on UFOs. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I can't see. Oh, okay. Nancy Mace wanted to get punched in the face during Jan 6th for clout. Okay, we'll look at this very quickly.
Prize Matchup, a free-to-play game which is available every day. Just match as many tiles as you can and you could win a prize.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who recently endorsed Donald Trump for president, allegedly wanted to get punched in the face by MAGA supporters during the
Allegedly.
January 6th riots so that she could become the face of anti-Trump Republicans and also have a legitimate or, credible reason for why she's so against Trump. Now, according to 3 sources who heard the comments firsthand, Mace used these exact words. She wanted to go get punched in the face. Now, one former aide told the Daily Beast she literally begged us to let her leave the office and head to the floor so she could get punched in the face and get media attention. That's word for word what she requested. So I just want to note that we're getting one side of the story, and you're getting one side of the story from former aides and staffers.
Okay, so it's not really confirmed. It's possible, but hey, I don't know. That's all I need of that. Yeah. I'm an independently wealthy fetishist. Listen, if being poor is the price I have to pay for not being a degenerate, then I'm fine with being poor.